Welcome back to Brokey Peas. This is a tested episode where this deck was tested at a local tournament. Now, to be honest, this is my first deck I made myself, and the goal of this deck, it's an ace deck, red and blue. The goal of this deck was to make it almost strictly from OP13, which if you know about OP13, that's not the most ideal thing to do. Now, there are some good cards on here, but there's some cards I was told about, like from the ST22, there's a lot of the event cards that are very valuable. The 8-cost event card that makes you pull out any Whitebeard. So you can get a 10-cost Whitebeard out with 8 cost. And the 10-cost Whitebeards they were telling me about, which I picked up some, and this deck will get better. But let's give it a review. This is everything I was able to build. So mostly all of these cards are OP13, and like this Marco, that's OP10. You know, I got them from loose packs. It's me trying to get in the game, and you know, you can't get discouraged just because you're not going to win. I proved true to the ace. I got the donut hole score 0 and 3. There's just some stories I have to tell. But let's get into the cards, and let's start with the event cards, to be honest. So I have 3 of the Phoenix Power Apple. Rest one of your Don, place one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. The real reason I was carrying them was for the counter. 1-cost counter, 3,000, that's pretty decent. Curio, I just have 1 of him. I didn't see him pop up. I probably should have ran more. Just wasn't feeling the Curio, really. Now, the Little Lord Jr., honestly, I'm probably going to take these out. These are just for the counters. But I have, like, Flamenco and Blenheim, 2,000k counters fill the same role. So I'm going to be taking out the Little Lord Jr. Now, I will make Whitebeard the king of the pirates. Pretty much, if you have a 9 or less cost Whitebeard, you can play it, and they get Rush, which is pretty good. There's 7 cost, and I think 9 cost Whitebeards that I could add to this deck, for sure. The Brilliant Punk. Return one of your cards to your hand, and return the opponent's character with a cost of 6 or less to their hand. I did pull one of those. It worked pretty well. The stage card, the Moby Dick, I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's all about cycling your deck. I mean, honestly, if I could have used this, that probably would have did me better off. In this Sabo event, I wasn't able to ever rest the 4 Don, pull that off. I was trying to eye that up. I couldn't get it to go. Again, 3,000 counter. Now, this event card, man, I have some heartache with this one. So, I played this card. You may rest one of your Don cards. If you have 1 or less life cards, your opponent cannot activate blocker whenever your leader attacks during this turn. So I used this, and it was great. But then what I did is I attacked with Vista first, stupidly, trying to greedily get that double attack, not reading the card that I have to attack with my leader first. And so he blocked the Vista straight up with a blocker. The ace did go through, so that was a little cool, but I definitely was looking at my people with me like, thank you for loving me. Like, Pops, everybody, Luffy, thank you. Now, Haruta. Haruta, 1 cost, is pretty good when you have 4 or less cards in your hand. Draw a card when she attacks. And, you know, you can get that to go every round if you have 4 or less cards. But only have 2 because, you know, they're going to attack her. You're not really going to have that happening a whole lot. Now, Otama. I have at least 5 Otama. Otama's great. 2k counter. On play, if you have 3 or less life cards, draw 2 cards and trash 1. It's great for getting cards in your hand, and you can get rid of some junk. A lot of freedom with that. Again, it's only 1 cost. A lot of searching capabilities on this. Now the Blenheim again, just for the 2k counter. Now, Monkey D. Garp. Again, for the searching, he's pretty good. He's good to get the Whitebeards, and he's good to get the Whitebeard event for when my deck is going to be, adding them to make it better. This was a trial run. It's first deck I made. It's strictly with OP13. Now, the blue for Ace in the OP13 is very strong. Honestly, you'll see I have almost all blue cards. The red in OP13 strictly feels like it was made for Luffy and Sabo. There is a lot of Revolutionary Army, and there's a lot of like Windmill Village characters that buff Luffy. Now, the Portgas D Rogue, I was so hoping I could get that to pop off, especially against Emu. That would be great, because, they're trying to get several attacks off in one round. I put 4 of these. Didn't see a single one pop off in my trigger in the whole tournament, so maybe I have to swap out some Little Oars Jr. for more of this card. It's got a 2K counter, which is pretty good. And the trigger is really what you want. I don't know why you would ever just play it straight up. Now, I have a 3-cost Marco blocker. I did get to play him, but he pretty much got taken out just because of how much damage he can do. Speed Jill. Now, Speed Jill, in my opinion, kind of works good with this 9-cost event here. Now, obviously, you're never going to be able to pull them off in the same turn. But getting the rush on a 5,000 power is pretty good. And this whole deck is Whitebeard, so you're going to pull that. The 2K counter Blamanco, got 3 of those. Now the Vista, 6-cost, double attack, and you can KO. You could trash a card instead of getting him KO'd by an effect. It's pretty good. Now, I had 2 of those. The Blackbeard. Now, I was playing this, and people were very afraid of the banish. They were not into the banish. Trash one of your characters with a Whitebeard's Pirates and draw a card, and this character gets banished. They blockered this guy a lot and took him out as soon as they could. They did not want to play with Marshall D. Teach. I get it. He's got that fruit in the hand. Alright, the Reikuyo. If you have 4 less cards in your hand, all of your characters with a type, including Whitebeard Pirates, gain 1,000. I never got to pull this guy out, but, that would have been great. Everybody getting plus 1,000, that's a lot. If you have 5 characters out, that's 5,000 power during a turn. And the Fossa. Now, Fossa, I really like Fossa. 2-cost, 1K counter. If your character with a type including Whitebeard Pirates will be KO'd by your opponent's effect, you may trash this card instead. I did get a couple Fossas to die for the team, I'm not going to lie. A couple Fossas went down for the glory. And again, I lost every match. This is my first time playing a card game. I went to a local tournament. But I had a lot of fun, and I got a lot of experience. Like I said, now I'm knowing that the meta for Ace right now is that 8-cost event where you can pull out any Newgate and pull one of your life cards from the top or bottom, and then give Ace 2,000 more power until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is like a built-in 2K counter, which is very good. And the Ace deck is very aggro, so your losing life isn't as important at that point. And then if you can get the 10K Whitebeard blocker on the field, that would be great. So what I did after being defeated, getting some feedback, I still need to make some trades. I still need to make some changes and things like that, source cards. But I did pick up the event card that I need. The 8-cost Whitebeard event. Leader type includes Whitebeard Pirates. Play up to 1 Edinburgh Newgate of any cost from your hand. Then you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. If you do, up to 1 of your leaders gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. I've been playing the sim a little bit, Shout out to the sim. And this right here goes hard in the sim. There's also some cards. This is from ST22, the starter deck with Ace and Whitebeard. There's a few cards in here that I'm probably going to add to the deck. Like this Marco here, 4 cost, 5,000 power. Once per turn, if this character will be KO'd by opponent's effect, trash a card from your hand. And when attacking, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If the card has Whitebeard Pirates, this character gains 1,000 power into the end of your opponent's next turn. So again, carrying through some of that power, you're able to, you know, survive a turn maybe, have some power going. 5K is a pretty decent number, honestly. And there is another card that I'm obsessed with that I'm definitely going to be adding. And that is the 1 cost Vista. He's a blocker. After your opponent declares an attack, you may rest this card and make it the new target of the attack. Honestly, only 1K power, but at 1 cost, you can get 3 blockers on the field in 1 turn. Obviously, you might not want to do that, but you also might want to do that. There's a lot of things in this starter deck that I'm going to be adding, but also I think I'm going to try to play around with a double attack 9 cost, because right here, let's show you what I'm thinking. I'm a noob, but I can think. So right here, if your leader type includes Whitebeard Pirates, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If that card is a character card with a type including Whitebeard Pirates and a cost of 9 or less, you may play that card. If you do, this character gains Rush. So you could get this Whitebeard to have Rush. Reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If that card's type includes Whitebeard Pirates, draw 2 cards. So a 10K Rush with double attack, you know. And then if you wait till the next turn, you can put 10K down on him. 19,000, double attack. Whew. Now, obviously, at that stage of the game, you're going to have to be deciding whether you want this Whitebeard or you want the 10 cost Whitebeard with blocker. There's a lot more to go over, a lot more to do and add, but if you have any comments, please put them down below. Tell me how I can make it better. Tell me your experiences at your first tournament. And anything coming up in the One Piece world, whether that be the card game or the anime or manga, just comment down below. Thanks for watching.